Welcome in, Greg Ruff and Coach Karen Booker, women's basketball coach here at Trevecca, joins us, and we're in the middle this week of conference opener as you guys take on Alabama Huntsville,
Yes.
a program that we're familiar with of all the schools in the Gulf South over the transition to Division II. We've probably played them as many as anybody else in the league. Maybe Lee is right there too. But this just heats up the rivalry now because they're only a
Yes.
couple hours away.
Yes.
But it's the first one, our first ever Gulf South game. Just talk about that, what it means for you.
Well, last year we beat them on a last second shot, so a
Mm-hmm.
buzzer beater. So it was, as tough of a game as it could be. Um, so it's exciting that this will be the first game, um, first conference game. We do feel like, it's a team that we'll match up pretty well with,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a little confidence going into the game from our last victory.
Yeah.
So that's all good. But, we're excited. We're looking forward to it.
Talk a little bit about that game on Saturday against Thomas More, which you both came in with the same record and not what you maybe wanted it to be, but you both had played a pretty strong schedule. But you also have a lot of new players, but there are a lot of similarities between the two teams. But you were able to come through and get a win against a well-coached team that
Yes.
plays really good, plays the right way. But you guys were able to put it together, and you had a new player, by the way,
Yes.
who maybe helped that a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say she helped. I would say she helped a little bit with her 14 points and 14
Yeah.
rebounds. And
Collegiate debut, by the way.
yes, yes, yes. And
Sounds like Karen Booker numbers.
she wears number 40 also.
Oh,
You
that's
can check the
yeah,
record books in
yeah,
terms of Vanderbilt, but
yeah,
at any rate, it's like we're so close,
yeah,
and maybe just even getting a player or two back into the rotation, whether that's getting Janae back, getting Bowling, the freshman back,
yeah,
or Brianna Burgess getting her
yeah.
back in, and then as some of these younger players keep growing and growing. That's just the growth that we're needing and anticipating because that'll help us be tougher and have more depth as we go into the conference play.
With Bolin coming in, who does that help most on your team on the floor?
Well, I'm hopeful that it helps everybody.
Yeah,
She plays with such a calmness and just kind of takes things as they come, and almost like she's running through the park or wherever,
yeah,
and
yeah.
not the tension that we feel sometimes on the court. So I hope that will just kind of bleed off into other people. Definitely helps our post game.
Hmm.
We're kind of thin at the post position. So, it gives us a little more depth there, especially if we get in foul trouble. But she's able to hit, she can shoot the three.
Yeah,
She's able to hit the kind of 17, 18
yeah.
footer. So it'll just stretch the defense. So it's definitely going to help, just help us as a whole team. But I would say post players more than anything.
I remember the media day, and COVID. That was one of the things COVID took away from us was having a media day like we've had the last couple of years. But in particular this year, kind of had the full thing again. And what I get out of that and helping take the pictures and whatnot is seeing people's personalities, and you see the chemistry on the team, you see the culture, you see
Yes.
the interaction, she struck me. She stood out on that day as like, and I kept thinking she's a freshman, but she didn't act like a freshman. There, she was fun, having fun. She was engaged in it and everything, and her teammates fed off of her. You could even see that even in that microcosm. I hadn't even seen her practice at that point yet, and then I watched her practice before she got hurt and everything. But you could kind of see it, and you said it, she just looked like she was a walk in the park on Saturday. It was her first collegiate game. She hadn't gotten to play in all of her teams, and it just was easy
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
and you could see it did feed off on the other players too,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, but she can be. Yeah, she's just quiet, more laid back. Just kind of one that may be an observer of things,
Yeah,
just kind of taking it all in. But this team, their chemistry overall has been terrific, and I think that's really helped us a whole lot in terms of just learning and growing quickly. They work so well together. A lot of personalities
yeah.
on the team. So they're a fun bunch to coach. I'm excited about what we can do this year.
All right. That's Coach Karen Booker. I'm Greg Rumpf. You're watching Trevecca Women's Basketball on Flow College.